All right, everybody, welcome. It is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025, about 8:10 p.m. Eastern. This is the Fed Day FOMC, kind of a nothing burger, pretty much what we expected. But we did debut the new format for the live streaming, and it went over spectacularly. Go watch the replay video from today's FOMC live stream. I'm still sick and a bit tired or whatever, but you can see I'm much more in my element looking through these different markets, looking for key setups instead of just staring at the NASDAQ waiting for something that looks really good. There are tons and tons of really good setups all day, every day, if you're scrolling through the charts and you know where to look. So on today's live stream, just as an example, if somebody wants to screenshot this, put it in trade review, you go back and see in the live footage when the Dow, this is the Dow Jones, right? Normally we don't watch the Dow. This is a 4,000 Dow chart volume, 4,000 contracts per each one of these bars. Why? Because the daily volume on the Dow is about 80,000, right? So if we take 5% of that, we get to about 4,000 contracts, which kind of makes this like an hourly volume-based chart, right? But the cool thing about this setup is that no matter when I stream, there will be good setups. I can promise you across all these markets because we're looking at the seven major futures markets, the ES, the NQ, the Dow, we've got the ultra bonds, gold, silver, and crude. These are the most liquid, the most traded markets, and there's good setups all day, every day. And some days we will trade the open together, like tomorrow and Friday, even though I don't feel great. We're still going to trade the open tomorrow, and we're going to go through this new format. But next week, when I have to go to Escazú in San Jose and get into the penthouse there and wait for the baby, and then we're gonna do the home birth and the baby's coming. There might be days where I don't fall asleep till 4 or 5 in the morning because of the baby and kid stuff and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm not gonna wake up at 6 to stream, right? So I can't be waiting for all that volatility on the Nasdaq at the open. I gotta say, look, on these seven markets, it doesn't matter if I start streaming at noon or 1 p.m. and stream the end of the day. There are always good setups, right? I'm gonna put these charts in the chart channel for you guys so you can download them. But this is just a phenomenal setup. And I had to adjust my way of trading live for you guys because I want to be consistent. I want to be able to do it every day. I need to be able to make my money, right? And this is going to be a really, really good solution. Some days we'll stream at the open. Some days it'll be the middle of the day. Some days it'll be close of the day. But I can promise you, I'm going to find good setups no matter when that streaming occurs. I've got to do it. That's how I trade. That's how I make my living. I've got 6 fresh Top Step 150K XFAs on deck. Just pass those. I think my average cost on those is about this time maybe 900 bucks, $1,000. So still accessing $4,500 in drawdown for $1,000 is a good deal. And I'm going to try to look for really good setups on those XFAs. I'm going to load 5 of them tonight. But we're going to still trade the Tradefies, I think, during the day. I might trade the XFAs during the day. I'll let you guys know. It's going to be what it's going to be. But anyways, I'm super excited about that. So go back and look at the live stream. You'll see this was the 2 bar exhaust and the Dow bang straight to the extension. And guys, we're just looking for key daily levels. Well, you'll notice I put the extension in red there, even though it should be in blue support. Look, this is the daily Dow uh, core DML coming across right there, right? We were above that the whole day. So right there, that is coming across right here. So we get this 2 bar exhaust. The extension on that exhaust holds. It's a great long. There we go, off to the races. Now the other one was the ES, and we were watching this for a while, patiently waiting. That was it. Pocket got long here at I think 20 and a half or something, and got out at about 41, 42. So like a 22-point move. Yeah, I could have held for more, but I was playing congestion. Got the win on the 5 Tradeifys for like 1,150 bucks each, something like that. Doesn't really matter. But anyways, this is how we find really good setups. And guys, also when you look at all these charts together, one thing that gave me extra confidence in this, not only do we have the core DML there on the daily, right there, coming across right there, right? And on Sierra charts, it just puts it right on the chart for you, which is awesome. So you can see in real time where's the pocket happening on the intraday chart. Where's the flash happening? Oh, there's a nice DML. Oh, do we have a buy signal for the day? Yeah, we do. Well, then we're gonna buy, right? So it's pretty straightforward, right? It's really, really awesome. And then using the footprint as well, you could already see the clues. Look, minus 1351. I talked about this in today's live stream. That means the sellers were super aggressive trying to push it down here, By the time we closed, it was minus 206, meaning what? They didn't get anything for their selling effort, meaning what? They're probably all going to have to cover, meaning what? Pocket, core DML on the daily, bang, we shoot up. It's not going to work like that every time, but today it did. And I have a feeling we're going to be off to the races now with the live streaming because I feel a lot better about this. Because, guys, there are many days where I'm up late doing my own personal trading, I'm doing stuff, and like, I got to wake up early and trade, and I'm exhausted and I'm sick and all. This is going to allow me to just say, like, hey, guys, we're going to trade when we're going to trade, and whenever we're going to trade, we're going to find good setups, and on balance, the probabilities are going to work out, and we're going to do very well. Okay, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the future. I got a lot of energy coming back. Today was a really good day to get that going, um, and it was just a lot of fun. So, all right, what do we expect now for tonight? Well, I'm still not really sure, to be honest. Okay, yes, here's ES. You've got this pullback pocket right here on the daily. Extension is holding. Right now we got no range to speak of. Trump apparently is making the greatest, hugest, biggest, most wonderful, amazing announcement tomorrow. Maybe the market's waiting on that. Jobless claims are coming out, so who knows? But there's no volatility right now, so I'm not going to be doing anything tonight except watching a movie, hanging out with my kid, and getting a good night's sleep. But is that a short pattern? It could be, but it could also be one. I call this kind of like this. My little name for this is the sneaky pocket, where something just doesn't look right about it, and sometimes it'll just fire up like that, and it'll go through the pocket, through the wing, right there, right through the tip. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm not. The jury's out. I don't know. I don't know. Tomorrow's Thursday. Then we got Friday. Look at the weekly range so far. Right. This is abysmal. I don't know if this wants to push up here like I originally thought, or if we want to push lower. Certainly, we closed, like I said last week, above the core DML there, above the VolPro reaction high, above the envelope top, above the true average. We haven't really been able to make much progress. So I think right now, the direction I'm leaning, and look, this could change. I don't know, guys, but I still think that the ES here on the monthly wants to go back up here to 58 because you got the extension there on the monthly. You've got these core DMLs. I just think we want to go up there. But look, if we start to break out hard to the downside tomorrow, we'll adjust, right? That's the beauty of our situation. We can use these intraday charts to just wait and see what's happening and look for good patterns with the type of trading on the intraday charts into good levels on the daily chart. It's beautiful. So I have a feeling that the daily congestion support level here is going to be strong. That's my sense of it, and that we're probably going to get one of these sneaky little pushes back up here. I say sneaky because it's a false pocket. I think it's a false pocket. Let's wait and see. I don't know yet. The jury is still out. So not clear, but I'm kind of thinking we're going to push higher, but let's wait and see. All right. And that means tonight, guys, don't do anything. Like, just wait until tomorrow morning when we live stream at 9:30 in the morning together, and let's just see where things are, and we'll find some good setups. I'm excited about it. So NASDAQ, guys, same thing, except the only difference on the NASDAQ is that you got the monthly already, we're already right at this key resistance level with the extension, trend DML, which typically is the congestion DML, but in trend it's there. But I don't know. Same, you can see the weekly is pretty similar here for the NASDAQ and the ES. Are we going to push higher? I don't know. This just looks like one of these little sneaky little bars where I kind of think we're going more like this Thursday, Friday. And the shorts will be squeezed. And we can see that here, back to the intraday, the shorts were pressing. They weren't getting a whole lot, right? So I think that's where we're headed, guys. Let's wait and see. The jury is out. Let's look at the Dow. We're only going to do the end of day analysis now on these 7 markets for right now because there are plenty of good setups. We don't need to make it more complicated. When I start running the algos, we'll look at copper and platinum. We'll look at corn and all that. But for now, I've got to channel my resources, dial in here. I'm excited about it. So looking at the Dow here, same thing. Yeah, a little different. The weekly, you're in the pocket, but you broke these congestion levels. Yeah, you got the extension. You're at the cores. That's true. The Dow sell signal does look a little bit better here, but there's just still something I'm not really buying here. The Dow looks, a little cleaner in terms of a short signal. You got the weekly so we'll see. We'll just have to see, guys. I'm not really sure right now. Let's wait. Let's go ahead and look at the Ultra bond because the 10-year sucks. The 10-year doesn't even move. So that's why I chart the ultra bond, because when I used to trade bonds, I would trade the ultra bond because it at least moves. It gives you some volatility. So we're going to do the end of day analysis now every day based on these major markets we're trading during the day, which is perfect. And we know what we're dealing with. So ultra bonds, you can see, I think to start the week, we did say we expected to cycle down here on to the weekly envelope bottom. We did that, and now we're pushing back up. Daily flash here, congestion entrance up. Yeah, that held on close, but you're coming out of all this weekly support. So who's going to win that battle? Is the weekly going to hold strong here and push the daily like that? Or is the daily going to be the winner and push back down through the weekly? I don't have the answer, but we do have a nice crossover here. We've got the extension below us, that's support. We've got the congestion there. So right now I'm betting on weekly, and I'm betting on money coming into the bond market. And right now, to me, money coming into the bond market is a stabilizing effect, which will benefit the stock market. So if the ultra bond, especially the long end of the curve, is bid, meaning being bought up, everything's looking good, then I think our thesis that stocks could rip up and through those pockets is valid. But we're gonna have to see. There's nothing I see right now that's like, oh my God, that's a gift, right? Maybe gold and silver. I mean, we called this yesterday. Let's go to gold here. Gold, we had the 2-bar exhaust on the daily. You'll see it here in a second. It was a beauty. And gold and silver just got hammered today, which I suspected they would, right? Just straight down. You can see gold here. You're in the weekly pocket, right? It's a beautiful situation. There's your extension, DML. Here's your pocket, symmetrical, nice, looking good, on the back of a flash to the monthly. Sure, we could have another opposite situation. We go higher, but this little 2-bar right here, 1, 2, bang, straight into the extension. This is a nice exhaust for a reversal back down, and that's what we called yesterday, and that's what happened, even though the majority of that move literally happened right at the open, so you couldn't really catch much of it. But still, the signal was there if you were there to catch it at the open. I wasn't. Same with the indices. The signal was there to push higher, but it happened very fast and then reversed the rest of the day. But ended up being a really choppy day. Anyway, so the question is, right now, what do we expect with gold? I mean, it's kind of tough to say, to be honest, because yeah, you're coming out of that 2-bar, but the fact that we couldn't even get down to the extension, like we couldn't get down here. So if we start to push up and through these core DMLs here, we could be pushing back up here. We really could be. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. At the same time, if these exert downward pressure on price and we start to roll over, then yeah, game on. If we start to break these lows, break the middle of the envelope, then we're going back down here. But it's just like the indices. Let's let Asia and London give us some information. Let's let Trump come out with his latest, greatest, biggest ever, best deal in the whole world. Guys, I got nothing for or against Trump. I just find the whole thing, rather comical, to be honest. So I just focus on the charts. That's what I do. I try to laugh at everything else. It keeps me sane. So gold, we're gonna have to wait and see. But silver, guys, I mean, silver got shellacked today, big time. I mean, silver is one of these markets, guys, where I got to start putting more swing trades on silver, to be honest, because there was a really, really good exhaust. It's loading now. Once it loads, you'll see what I mean. The daily had a nice exhaust. I mean, right there. Just, yeah, broke that, but look at these. Boom, boom. The live one, boom. I mean, that's a nice exhaust. Where is it happening? I mean, it's kind of hard, I guess, on the weekly because you do have that pocket, right? So I would say silver looks pretty bullish right here, to be honest. So forget yesterday. That was a nice exhaust. But look, pocket, symmetry. It's nice. Congestion, DML. Congestion, DML. The weekly envelope bottom here is still valid, guys. This is still holding from last week. This is holding. We haven't yet reached the envelope top on the weekly. The monthly still got a nice pocket. I like this pocket. So is this tipping us off to the fact that gold is going to push up and through those core DMLs? I'm going to venture yes. That's going to be my guess. My educated guess. My hypothesis, in other words. I think we're going to see something like this on silver. I really do. So let's see what happens. That is a very clear pattern. Ooh, big thunder. Do you guys hear that? It's the rainy. Guys, I'm not even joking. In Costa Rica, they say the rainy season starts like May 1st. On May 1st, we started getting these huge thunder, lightning, monsoon storms that come in like 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m. every night. I like literally like clockwork. I mean, it's incredible. It's really cool. All right, so that's silver. I think we got a nice buy opportunity there. I might buy some silver on one of my accounts, one of my live accounts. Not my funded account, but my live account I might. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe on the funded. I don't know. It's a nice little setup right there. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. It's a good pocket. Do what you got to do with it. Let's go and finish off with crude here. We'll let it load. But see, we're starting to dial in now with what we're doing. Um, and I feel really, really good about it. We're off to a really good start. And now I like how we're going to, the day trade, the streaming is going to match up more with my own trading, which is going to match up more with the end of day analysis. It's going to match up with the baby coming, all these things. And that's what I've been searching. VolPro Edge is awesome. It works. Their guys just using it, killing it. I use it. I do very well. But in terms of like trying to teach you guys while I do my own trading with my life and all that stuff, we're starting to get the picture coming together, which is really cool. I'm excited about that. So, like I said, I already said it. I'll say it again while crude is waiting to load. Um, Tomorrow and Friday we will stream the Open together. Probably, I think we're gonna go for a good couple hours, guys, because we got all these markets. Let's see what we got. We'll find some good trades. We'll do that Thursday, Friday. Maybe Monday of next week, same thing. Maybe Tuesday, and then Tuesday we're off to the penthouse in San Jose. I'll show you. I'll send the video when we get there. It's nice. You guys are gonna like it. You're gonna dig it. I'm gonna show up my backwards hat and be like, who's this guy? I get a kick out of that, guys. Whenever I check into a 5-star hotel and I go like this, and they're just like, "What is this guy doing?" Oh gosh, these kind of small things crack me up, guys, and gals. I know we got some women here as well. All right, so crude. I mean, same thing. That's a nice pocket into the crossover. Core DML below us. Yeah, we broke the extension, but I mean, look, if crude is going to rally, which that's a nice pocket, if silver is going to rally, and if gold starts pushing up, and we'll see what happens to the indices. Maybe they'll just be choppy. That's kind of what I'm seeing, because I think Powell came out today with this stagflation talk, right? He said inflation is still persistent, it's high. At the same time, we're seeing weakness in the labor market. Well, that's stagflation, right? You've got a stagnating economy with inflation. It's basically what they said today. So in that sense, crude's going to rocket, silver's going to rocket, especially catching up to gold. Gold will keep pushing, indices will be choppy. So it's going to be interesting to see if that narrative holds, but it could. And maybe this was just a flush on crude down here to, get Russia to the negotiating table with Ukraine or whatever, because they rely on their oil exports. Who knows? But you do have a nice extension here on the monthly. We're still at the quarterly here on crude. So this could have just been a little shakeout here. And now the fact that we rallied off these lows, pushing back, congestion entrance up here, bang, straight back down to the pocket. I like that support right there. So I like crude. I like silver. I like gold. There you guys have it. If you got any questions, post in the chat. I will see you tomorrow morning at the Open. I may put on some crude and silver tonight. I'm going to look at the intraday. Let's look real quick while we're here. All we have to do is go over here. So crude. This is a 10,000 volume chart. Why? Because you have on average 200,000 contracts traded per day lately. This will change. It'll fluctuate with time, right? But 5%, which gives us our hourly volume bar, is roughly 10,000 contracts on crude. So let's see what we got shaken. I mean, surprise, surprise. There's your pocket. Look, trend down on the intraday. There's a little flash going for congestion entrance up. So are we now going to pick up and go? Could definitely be. Let's look at silver. Really beautiful. Look at silver, guys. Just like just straight down all day and then up. We're up. And now I think we might be going. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you find value in this. Yeah, if you got any comments, questions, just post them in the chat, DM me, whatever. But things are starting to come together. I'm feeling better about it. So, all right, take care, you guys. Happy Wednesday evening, and I will be with you on the live stream. I want you guys to come. If you haven't been showing up to the live stream, if you can do anything, if you're at work, you're in the car, you're whatever, have it on, get the headphones in, start going after this. I want all of you to succeed. We've got some people doing incredibly well. Um, I've got 6 fresh XFAs now. I've been going a lot slower with my prop firm stuff lately because I've been trying to figure out how to sync all of my own trading on my live accounts with prop firm, how to combine it with live streaming and VolPro Edge and admin, and but I feel it now and I feel good about it. So if you can come to the live stream, I think that'll benefit you tremendously. There are a couple of people that signed up and I don't know what they're doing, but they haven't had success before, and that could be because like here it is, guys. It's on a platter. You just have to take the information, use it, and go make money with it. Okay, and keep working hard. All right, I'll see you guys. That's my motivational pep talk.